This course will teach you how to create a communication tool that could potentially make or break your career. It's called the elevator speech or the elevator pitch. And to put the importance of the elevator pitch in context and to set the stage for this course, I'd like to share a story about how a short trip on an elevator altered my career. It was around December of 2000, and I had only been with one of the most important financial services firms for a short time, less than a year. Now, at that time, almost all of the company's employees worked in Lower Manhattan. The CEO at that time was a woman by the name of Jill Considine. She was one of the only female CEOs of a financial services firm. She was also that company's first woman CEO. She started doing something that was new on Wall Street, sharing information and listening. Now, Wall Street firms do a lot better now at sharing information and listening to feedback, but when this maverick introduced it, it was something quite new. She would have these town hall meetings where everyone who was a director or above could hear her thoughts about where we needed to go as a company. Now, the attendees also got the opportunity to provide feedback, once again, something that was brand new on Wall Street. At one of these meetings, she showed us a video of this guy, Jack Welch, the former CEO of GE. The video was of an interview that he did with the news show 60 Minutes. Now, in this interview, he shared his views on leadership and how he transformed General Electric. Now, I had never heard of Jack Welch before then, but it occurred to me that if the CEO of my company was sharing a video of this guy, I should probably learn something about him. So I bought his book, The GE Way, and read it. One of the chapters in that book was about Six Sigma. Well, not long after reading that book, I found myself in an elevator with a bunch of people who I didn't know. Like I said, I was new to the company. I overheard two of them talking. One of them said something about toll gate review, which is a Six Sigma term. I politely joined the conversation by saying, "Hey, toll gate review, you guys must be doing a Six Sigma project." And they looked at me like I was crazy and asked, "Well, what do you know about Six Sigma?" Well, I spent the next 15 seconds talking about Jack Welch and GE and process improvement and transformation, black and green belts and toll gate reviews. Then we heard the ping of the elevator. We were reaching their floor. But before they got off, they asked me for my name and where I worked. I got off the elevator on my floor and I didn't think twice about the conversation. Well, about 2 weeks later, I received a call from my boss's boss. He had just gotten a call from the president of the company who let them know that his division would be doing a Six Sigma project and that I, Kaleem Islam, would be the black belt candidate. What I didn't know at the time was that the company had just invested in Six Sigma and we were going to use this methodology to transform that company. At that time, most of the employees of the company had never heard of Six Sigma. Those that did had the attitude that it couldn't work. The individuals that I shared the elevator ride with were the ones who were responsible for recruiting potential black belt candidates. When they found someone who knew about it and was excited about it, it made me the perfect candidate. That elevator ride changed the trajectory of my career. I completed the project and became a Six Sigma black belt. I wrote about the experience for an industry magazine, began going to conferences speaking about the experience, and ultimately wrote a book about it. In 2 years, I went from being an average employee to being one of the world's most foremost experts on using Six Sigma to develop training programs. Well, thank God the elevator didn't get stuck because the 15 seconds of knowledge of conversation about Six Sigma that I had on that short ride represented all the Six Sigma knowledge that I had at the time. But without that pitch, the conversation in the elevator ride could have gone like the one in the video on this page. The bottom line is you never know when you're going to have the opportunity to pitch an idea, discuss how you can help solve a problem, or promote your organization, your business, or yourself. And the elevator pitch or elevator speech is key in helping you effectively communicate your value. Now, this course will help you do just that. We've organized this course into 4 modules. In Module 1, we'll focus on introducing you to the elevator speech or the elevator pitch. And we'll make sure that you can explain exactly what it is, why it's important, how long it should be, and what components or what information should be included in a well-crafted personal elevator pitch. In Module 2, you'll use the resources that we provide to develop a concise statement of who you are in a professional context. Module 3 focuses on articulating the value that you offer your target audience. When you complete this module, you'll be able to use the resources that we provide to develop a statement that clearly articulates exactly what it is that you can do or what you can offer a potential customer, business partner, or employer, the types of problems that you're uniquely qualified to solve, and a statement of the major benefits that individuals will experience from interacting with or using you, including your unique selling proposition. In Module 4, you'll learn how to communicate your message so that you achieve the ultimate goal of any elevator speech, which is to obtain a follow-up conversation. Now let's get started.